Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking about tips and tricks to raise your KD. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will be streaming later on Twitch, so make sure to follow my Twitch. Link will be in the description. So, ways to raise your KD. Do not go for Damascus. If you're trying to raise your KD, do not go for Damascus. I know my KD's down because I'm going for Damascus. Use the weapons you're most comfortable with. You don't have to be using the M4, the MP5, the MP7, all these good weapons. Use a gun you're comfortable with and just keep using it. Eventually, it will just grow on you, and eventually you'll drop high kill games. Even though for the first like a minute of this gameplay, I don't do anything, and play like I'm not saying to camp, but make sure you're using the right attachments. If you're struggling with a weapon, make sure to switch weapons. Don't use a weapon you struggle with. Make sure, obviously, try to improve at the game. Always try to be playing it as much as you can. I'm not saying play 8 hours a day, but I'm saying play play a couple hours a day working on your accuracy and stuff. Obviously, just fighting and playing the game, you're just going to get better at the game just by playing it. And so that's like a big positive, is as much as you play, you'll just keep getting better and better. And then you got to play smart. You can't just be a bonehead rushing in, and you've got to think about what game modes you want to play. Because again, I typically like to play the kind of smallest map playlist, which typically is shipment and stuff. That's what I like to play, because it's fun, it's fast-paced. But maybe you guys like the longer range engagements, just the normal map, normal TDM. It depends on what you have, and then you've got to think, what's the best way for me to get kills? If you're playing domination, to get a lot of kills and not a lot of deaths, strategically place yourself around one of the flags, probably the B flag. Don't just sit in a corner, but keep moving, check places where somebody's going to peek. I don't know how I didn't see that guy. Okay, I'm blind. Yeah, I should have saw that guy, but hey, looking back at stuff, looking back at your gameplays, you see so much stuff you miss, and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm blind." But yeah, there's a lot of times where you just gotta pay attention to as much as you can. Put yourself in a position like hardpoint. Obviously, you could play the objective, and it's not going to do well for your KD, so I suggest not playing hardpoint. I suggest TDM. I would not suggest ground war unless you're already like bodying on kids in ground war, because ground war, you're just going to die a lot, depending. Like, it just depends on how you play ground war. It's just, I don't think it's that good of a gameplay or a game mode to play to raise your KD. If you want to raise your KD, look for these small mosh pit maps and kind of not just camp, but play a little area. Like play the corner, keep moving. Don't just sit, but you don't have to push. You could move up slowly. Think about where they're spawning. You've got to kind of know the spawns on some of these maps. And you've got to realize, oh, they're going to spawn here, or hey, where are these players? I don't see any. My players aren't here. They're most likely where we're not. Most of the times when you can't find players, they're where you're not. Also for KD, make sure you're running stuff like EOD. The reason I suggest EOD is because there are so many people that use RPGs and all that crap. My accuracy's garbage, but still. And I joined in the middle of this game. I joined in the middle. If I was playing this, like if I was playing this from the very start of this game, I probably would have dropped 50 and only died like 15 times. But yeah, make sure to run EOD, run Ghost, or Restock, or just whatever you want. Obviously, Ghost is going to be better because you're not going to show up on enemies' UAVs. But yeah, one thing you got to make sure, if you want to raise your KD, do not go for camo challenges if you're just strictly looking to raise your KD. If you're going for Damascus and your KD's already lowered and you already have Damascus, obviously it still applies that you're done with the challenges. You don't need to be doing them. Work on playing on I would suggest the small maps and play a certain area. There's always going to be games where you might go negative because maybe you're playing the objective, or maybe they're doing something really annoying, or you're just not playing well. There's games where you'll be off. But my KD's been bouncing up around 1 because I've been going for Damascus and I've been using this PP Bison, and there's games where I go off, there's games where I suck. Like, there's games where I go like 50 and 36. I saved that gameplay. Not going to spoil what's in it because I plan on uploading it in a video soon. But there's games that there's just certain game modes that will benefit you more. There's certain weapons. Obviously, the MP5, the M4 are going to be like the better weapons because they're so good. The Guru, the Ram's pretty good. There's a lot of good weapons in this game. There's not many bad weapons. And as long as you, A, enjoy using the weapon, and B, you're good with it, you should be able to raise your KD. Obviously, there's going to be games where you get into players where they might be better than you, and you might drop one, but eventually it's just going to keep going up and up. So you just got to keep working. Make sure to follow me. These guys were like, oh, they got crapped on by me. They're like 34 and 13. It was hilarious. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and follow my Twitch. I do stream pretty much every day, so go follow it, turn on notifications, and I will be streaming later today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure, just keep playing, have fun, and if you don't care about raising your KD, then you don't care. I'll see you guys next time.